boat neck or backless, knotted or polka dotted. A sari's blouse stitches together many diverse designs. What stories lie hidden beneath it? The blouse is something you'd find tucked away in most Indian wardrobes. Maybe a hardy simple one for everyday wear or something fancy for special occasions. It could be ready-made or stitched from scratch after that awkward bust measuring session at the tailor's. This ubiquitous garment has come a long way before becoming this popular. In Victorian England, where it first became a thing, the blouse was a signifier of social change. It allowed women to ditch tight bodices and heavy skirts for more comfortable clothing, thus becoming a wardrobe essential for socially active women across different classes. But unlike in the West, what we know about the blouse in India varies across regions and time periods. In some parts of the country, we have evidence of various precursors to the blouse. In ancient Sanskrit texts, there are mentions of the stanapatta or breast bands. In the medieval Chola dynasty, women made the choli by wrapping an unstitched cloth tightly around their breasts to flatten them. And in the 14th century Vijayanagara Empire, women used to wear the kanchuka or a tightly fitted bodice, which would be stitched by specialized tailors. But in other parts of the country, the blouse was an alien concept. Well into the 1800s, in Bengal in the east and Travancore and Malabar in the south, it was common for women to wear saris with nothing underneath. And this practice still continues for many indigenous tribes like the Halaki in Karnataka and Kunduli in Orissa, to name a few. Overall, wearing or not wearing the blouse depended on many factors like available cloth, climate conditions, and most importantly, on community-based dress codes. For instance, elders forbade Hindu women in pre-modern Kerala from wearing blouses because they were associated more with Muslim and Christian women for whom wearing blouses was mandatory. On the other hand, in seduction manuals from this region, aspiring courtesans were advised to cover their chests so as to excite the imagination of their clients. The sheer variety in historical accounts shows that the blouse carried different connotations for different groups, and covering the torso was not necessarily seen as a mark of modesty. That is, until British notions of morality took over in the late 19th century. As per biblical moral codes, nudity was a sign of sin, and so the British considered draping the sari without the blouse vulgar. In the 1860s, Ganona Nandini Devi, an elite Bengali woman, was reportedly forbidden from entering British clubs without a blouse. This led to her wearing the sari with a jacket-style blouse. Other elite Indian women followed suit, and this even led to the invention of a new way of draping the sari, which is ubiquitous today. From then on, the sari blouse embellished with frills and ruffles inspired by Victorian dresses grew in popularity. And by the 1930s, going bare-breasted with a sari began to be widely condemned. During the independence movement, blouse designs changed as freedom fighters began to sport loose khadi blouses, their white color signifying protest and also a purity of mind. Since then, many prominent women have relied on this imagery of a plain sari with white blouse to evoke the same sense of resilience and simplicity, be it politicians, social activists, or actors playing the matriarch in Bollywood films. In the post-independence era, the entertainment industry played the biggest role in shaping the fate of the blouse by giving audiences a range of iconic designs to copy. Nadira's off-shoulder in Shri 420, Sharmila Tagore's butterfly knot blouse, Mamta's in that crop top and double-wrap sari were just the beginning. Q Rekha and that scoop-necked blouse, and Shri Devi in her chiffons. Then came the likes of Madhuri with the bare back, Komolika's vamp special blouse style, and Priyanka as a globalized Desi girl. Over the decades, the on-screen blouse has invariably pushed boundaries of what the Indian woman can and cannot expose, going from the arms and midriff to back, shoulders, and much more. On occasion, a mistakenly dropped pallu or low-cut back, all of which are fair game with the blouse, allow for a playfulness and sensuality that are often hard to show in other traditional Indian attire. For many, especially young sari wearers, This freedom to experiment with the blouse has played a big role in ensuring its popularity. Innovations like crop tops, blazers, and denim blouses have helped different groups reimagine the sari and make it their own. But this is not to say that older versions of the blouse have gone out of style. The fact that these many variations coexist, in fact, adds to the versatile beauty of this piece of clothing. What began decades ago as a debate on modesty has now come to take on entirely new dimensions when it comes to culture, fashion, and freedom. And so, no matter where the blouse goes from here, this rich legacy will remain a part of its fabric.